Hey YouTubers, what's shaking? We're getting this boat set up here for our lobster season. I think we got a couple days. I think it opens on the 6th. So we decided we got all the stuff ready, and I said, look, let's go and do some clamming today. Little preempt, So we're gonna load up the boat, but you can check out what I got. I got this set up for the lobster, and I just put this LCD bar here on the side. I believe that's gonna light them up. Last time we went, we just used headlamps and about 6,000 candle power lights. And we got our limit and stuff, but we missed a lot. And I'm thinking with this, I can fire the motor up and get us to the spot, then I'll kick up that 25 Merc, lower the trolling motor down, and we'll get her sideways, and we'll just do sideways drifts. And we're gonna kick the shit out of them, I have no doubt. So yeah, we're excited about that. I got 2 bully nets here, 2 good ones. I added a PVC extension to one of them because some of them were a little deep that we were trying to get last time, just out of reach. So I compensated for that. So yeehaw, we're gonna kick some shit, man. I'm excited. Waiting for the queen to come down, and we're gonna go get this party started. So I'll see y'all out there. Like, we got some activity from the queen. She finally made her butt down here.
Hi.
She's always late. I think she's gonna be late to her own funeral, but it's quality time at the end. She finally shows up. So all right, you got everything you need for this?
Yes.
All right, man, let's get this game going.
Let's do it.
Couldn't go shopping, so I had to get her over here to get these shoes just in time just to go for this trip. But who's gonna get the most clams today?
Nancy.
Shit talking's already gonna start.
Darn.
You ain't got a Chinaman's chance in hell.
Okay.
All right, man.
I have my bucket. Did you bring yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna put mine in your bucket and count mine as yours. So, all right, man. Let's get this. Man, there's a lot of empty clams around here. Looks like they've been hit pretty hard. A lot of open shells. These are called quahog clams. And there's a ton of them over here. Here we don't dig for them. There's so much crustaceans on the ground and stuff like that that you can't really dig them up. You just have to find them on the surface. And that's usually how we get them here. We're gonna have to look around a little bit, but we should have some success here. Ain't the only ones out here today, apparently. Man, you can see the potential of this spot. Any luck? There you go. There you go. Put that thing to the camera. That's a quahog. That's what we're looking for here.
Quahog.
Got to be more around here. Usually you find one, we find a couple. You can see all the crustaceans on this beach. Find a ton like that or just half open, I don't know what eats those. I don't know if the raccoons get them or the birds get them or something. But yeah, we get a section there, 20 or 30 of them that big around, they're all opened up. So that's the first time we've ever come here and had competition getting them, so it's going to be a little interesting. Last time we got 30. Don't think we'll get 30 today. But we didn't get skunked, we got one. And I laid down there to get this big old joker here. I don't know what opened them up, but boom. Just like that, sitting on the top. That's a genuine big quahog clam. Tide's gone out just enough. There he is. You can tell he's in there. Beautiful stones on these guys, and they make a hell of a clam chowder. So yeah, that's what we're after. Quahog clams. Some of these are pretty good size. But gotten into and eaten. We come here every couple of months and we manage to get our 20 or 30, so they keep replenishing and coming in. But like I said, we never dig for them because it's such a rough bottom, so much crustaceans that you can't really dig them and find them. We literally just find them sitting on the surface on the top, like you just seen us do. I didn't stage that one over there. I walked up to it and set up the camera. But I do believe I'm gonna eat my words today. My wife's gonna outdo me because I gotta run the camera. She's on it, and she's got a hawk eye, so I just like to give her shit, to keep it interesting. But yeah, I'll be eating my words on this one. But mine is bigger than hers. You got a small window to do this. It's low tide. Right now it's 3/4 low, but you get about, 45 minutes once the tide's completely flat to find these, because you got to go out far enough to get to them. So we're working with a window here. It's just not even all the way low tide yet, so we still got time. But hell, we've already found 2. 1 or 2 more, we're having a clam chowder, so another successful trip, so we're going to keep after it. I got the queen on it. having to drag the camera equipment around, so she's got the better eye. But I think we're up to, I don't know, 5, 6, or 7. And being the size of these quay hogs, you know, they're monster-sized clams. That's a clam chowder right there. So we've been successful already. Now, like I said, it's the first time we come out here, and you know, these Chinese folks always seem to find these spots, and they take the smallest one. They pretty much take everything that's here. Right? You know, I guess it's to each his own, right? But we try to be reasonable. We take enough to eat. The last time we got here, we had a pretty good crowd with us, so we took 30. But that's not usually what we do. We usually get, you know, our 8 or 10 or whatever for a good clam chowder, and we go home. So yeah, this spot's been producing for us for years. Nature Coast. I ain't gonna give you the exact spot, or there'll be a parade here tomorrow. But you can go out and find your own along the Nature Coast. We found them in many different spots. And as you can see, as I've been showing you on the ground, there is open huge quail hog clams everywhere you look. And I've been finding scallops too, scallop shells, which tells me right off this coast here, there's, you know, eel grass and the type of grass that them scallops like, and scallops can be good. So we're gonna have to try that next too. That's a whole nother video. But yeah, definitely successful on this trip. What do you think, Mama?
Yes.
Whooping some ass?
Yes.
Not a bad looking one either.
Thank you. And it's whipping me also.
Yeah, I see that. We're about to get the shit rained out of us, you know, big storm coming through, but that's the point over there. The last time we were here, I think we got 8 off this one point alone. So even though you walk by and you don't see none, then you slow it down and you get your patience back and start walking in small crow increments. And next thing you know, you find 4 more. So the only reason I bull rushed down here was because I wanted to get ahead of the clan that showed up here. You know, they're all running down the beach with buckets, and like, hey, we got to get ahead of them and get the first, you know, obvious big ones on the top. So we did, and that was that big one I showed you I got. But yeah, there's huge clam shells are everywhere open up here. I'd sure like to put up a trail cam on this beach and just watch what opens these up, you know.
Here's a scallop shell.
Okay, good. I put one in the bucket too that I found earlier. But yeah, as you can see, the technique that we're doing, basically you just walk around and look on the surface. But you can see how many shells are down here. I mean, try and dig in that. You ain't gonna dig them up. I mean, you can, but you'd be all day in one spot and find one. So after doing it a couple times, we find here, you walk around and you just look on the surface, get what you can, and then stay away for a while. Tide will come in a couple different times more, change, and more will come up in here. And it's been sustaining itself so far. Now, not too far from where we go, Cedar Key has a farm. They raise them. So I imagine that, you know, birds eat them and take them past that area, and you know, they end up over here. I've been all over the coast of Florida, and I find clams everywhere I go. I found them in St. Augustine, and we found them here on the Nature Coast. So down south, they used to be pretty prevalent, but you know, the population down here picked them clean, and I don't want that to happen here. So I ain't giving you my location. You got anything in that bucket?
Yeah, I'm going to put my heavy bucket down.
It's probably from all the ones that I put in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been keeping count, but I got 3 or 4.
I've definitely been keeping count because I have this heavy bucket.
Right on.
And I think you forgot your bucket at home, sir.
I'm just going to have to take yours. We'll leg wrestle for it.
Well, that'll be fun, leg wrestling.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put a trail cam up here on this beach. I'm going to over here and find out what's been opening these things up, because there's just every 10 feet there's a great big quay hog clam opened up. And I just don't,
not the bears.
hey, I know how hard it is for us to open one of those, you know. We got to get a knife in there. It's what we usually do is boil them. When you boil them, they open up on their own. But short of that, man, you got to get a good stainless steel knife up in there, or a steel knife, and bend that joker and twist them out of there.
You soak them with salt first before you cook them.
Okay.
Soak with salt. And
There
that
you go.
gets all the sand off of them and out of them.
That's what the doctor has to say. I catch them. She cooks them.
I'll teach you.
You can see, looking down this shore, it's crustacean alley. All the way to the end down there. Oh, you got one. There you go. Look, she's got it right while the camera was on too, so you know that wasn't planted. Let me see if it's as big as any of the ones I got. Lame.
It was cleaned out.
Ah, we're finding a lot of that. Yeah, like I said, right now, we got enough to eat.
A chowder. Nan's famous chowder.
So, you know, it's amazing how people discover places, you know, because the first time we came here, literally, every 3 feet we walked, oh, you know, plan. We walked away from them that day. We didn't take them all, you know. And we've been here 3-4 times and done well every time. We brought our brother down here. That's when we got to 30. We did real well. But now I come here and there's a crew, so. Welcome to public land use.
We got invaded by some tourists in our little secret spot. Not too happy about that. Not one to share. That really bothers me.
Well, you're really going to be screwed because that means these are all mine. Here's your bucket. You got quite a few of them in there.
Thank you. But yeah, it's always fun. Something to do to get out of the house. And a beautiful drive.
Almost.
Coming to the nature coast. For us, it's an hour drive.
Seeing a lot more bay scallop shells than I expected to see, so we definitely got plenty of bay scallops up there off the coast. And it's scallop season right now, so we have to come back in the boat. Right now, soon, when we get back from doing this, we're going to lobster fishing. So when we come back from the Keys, we'll do you a video on that, and then we're going to do you a video. We should pass that. I figured. Common sight. I don't know how the word gets out on a place like this, but it sure does. We went from being the only people here to this is the second group of people that come down with buckets and nets. So I don't know how they find out about it. Well, it's true Floridian. I've been walking these waters my whole life, and it took me almost till I'm 60 years old to find. All right, so this is the final tally here. We got 8 and quahog clams. Now those 2 things there, they're not queen conchs because you can't keep those, and they're not horseshoe conchs. I'm not really sure what they are. So if you people want to, one of you experts out there that thinks you know what these things are, please leave a message there in the comments about it because I'm not really sure what they are. But they make a good ceviche when you bust them open and get the animal out. So anyway, there's the big catch. You know, not our better day, but hey, we're having clam chowder, so that's what it's all about. All right, folks. All right, folks. We hit it hard today. Came out on this beach here and worked it hard. Crustaceans everywhere, but let me tell you what we've seen mostly. This was the common sight today. Hundreds and hundreds of these opened up already. Like I said, when I get over to this coast the next time, bringing a trail cam, I'll put it in that tree over there and stay in a hotel in the area for a couple of days and monitor and see just what the hell's eating these things, you know, because I know how hard it is for me to open that. I could just imagine wildlife, but they're doing it because they're open everywhere. But we came and conquered. We did what we wanted to do. We probably got 8 or 10 of these big quahogs. Look at that one, how prehistoric that one is. It's got barnacles on the shell and stuff. But literally, I don't know, 10 people out here working them today. The first time we've ever seen that. We've always been the only ones. So there was still enough to go around, you know. We did ours. The wife's still out there hitting it hard, you know. She's a diehard. Of course, she took a 20-minute break when I didn't, but there you go. There's some more. There's quite a few of them in this bucket. I'll have to empty the water out and count them all, but we got our clam chowder, so we came and conquered. So I hope you guys learned something. You don't have to dig for these things. In this particular spot, you just got to come out here. If you can see behind me how low that tide is, it's finally dead low right now. So it lasted longer than I thought. I figured 45 minutes. It's been an hour dropping like this. I don't know if it's a moon phase or what, but yeah, so we got a really low tide here. And you just got to walk along and look, you know, and it's draining on the eyes and kicking a lot over trying, you know, that's what she brought this for. She takes this thing and flips the ones over that you think might be one, and it's a half a shell. So, and boy, we must have did that 5,000 times. So it's usually easier than this. But anyway, it worked, you know. We came out here, we got our meal. So if you like our video, go ahead and hit subscribe, and we're going to do a lot more of these. And like I said, stick around for that trail cam. That's going to really curious me. Well, you guys live large. Over and out.